Popular pets that people eat in Africa. Hello pet lovers, and welcome to your favorite channel, The Pet Space, where we bring you the spiciest facts and stories about animals. Most animals that you may hold dear and would not hurt no matter what could be a well-known delicacy. Horrifying, isn't it? There's nothing like a good rack of cat to round off a meal. Well, unless dog is on the menu. From horse fillets to snake skewers and gerbil stew, pets are fair game for pots and pans around the world. In the United States, people may recoil in horror at the thought of eating a creature one would consider a pet. But around the world, it is quite a different story. Pets, part of a balanced breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Here's a list of top 10 animals that most consider pets, but others consider a spicy meal. If you have experienced an instance where an animal that is considered by others as pets are instead eaten as food, please do leave us a comment and tell us more about it. Number 10. Snakes. Of all animals for a pet, some might pick a snake as a pet. Well, in Nigeria, snake meat is sourced from both home and abroad. Some Nigerian farmers kill snakes on their farms and take them to the market with the hope of selling them at a good price. There are also snake hunters in Nigeria. That is, a group of hunters who go hunting for snakes in particular. This group directly supplies the snake dealers with as many snakes as they need. However, local demand for snake meat in Nigeria is currently growing faster than the supply. As a result, the Nigerian snake market has to rely on snake meat brought in from neighboring Republic of Benin and Togo. We have an example like Elizabeth Moyne, who runs a snake meat restaurant in one of the suburbs of Lagos, Nigeria's most populous and commercial city. She started her snake food business in June 2014 after she was sacked from a company that had to downsize in order to remain in business. Moynier admits that she went into the snake business in order to be different from the rest. Number 9. Horses. It is a taboo to see people in the United Kingdom to eat or consume horses, but in the least of cases, it is consumed in countries like Italy, Spain, and Germany, and so on, most of which may include other countries in Africa, Horse meat forms significant parts of the culinary traditions of many countries, including Eurasia. The 8 countries that consume the most horse meat consume about 4.3 million horses a year. For the majority of humanity's early existence, wild horses were hunted as a source of protein. China is the world's biggest consumer and producer of horse meat, according to the United Nations Food and Agriculture FAO. 2018 figures put the number of horses slaughtered in China at 1.6 million and the total amount of horse meat produced at approximately 220,100 U.S. tons. Here, it is commonly used in sausages and in southern Guangxi rice noodle dishes. Number 8. Guinea pigs. The small and cute guinea pig that some hold dearly as pets are eaten in Africa, to be specific, Congo. Researchers years ago found guinea pigs being kept as micro-livestock in the eastern provinces of North and South Kivu, which has endured decades of conflict that have left millions of hungry or dead. The furry creatures are nutritious and provide greater food security than conventional livestock such as pigs, cows, and chickens, according to the International Center for Tropical Agriculture Research Institute based in Colombia. In Congo, the indigenes consider the rodent small and easier to conceal and well-suited for conflict zones, where extreme poverty and widespread lawlessness means that the looting of larger domestic livestock is commonplace. Number 7. Pigeons. The pigeon bird can be found worldwide: Europe, Australia, Asia, Africa, and other parts of the world. They are known as one of the most popular animals in the world and one of the most populated, and are taken by a few as pets and are believed to be a good companion. They live on land but hover near freshwater sources like rivers and ponds to drink water when they need it. Pigeon meat is not popular food in North America, but has been eaten by humans for the past centuries in other countries in the world. Number 6. Rabbits. Rabbit meat is slowly growing as part of Africa's diet, with a burgeoning industry in South Africa and Nigeria, and a group of hardcore rabbit farmers promoting the meat as cheap, healthy, and environmentally friendly. Animals like rabbits are a very popular favorite choice for a companion or pet, but is largely eaten in not only Africa but also in countries like Spain, Australia, and UK. In the past decade, South Africa's largest rabbit meat supplier has added nearly 150 rabbit farms to its stable, and breeders recently created a South African breed, the Fendula, which translates to the answer. China is the world's leading rabbit meat-consuming country in the world. Number 5. Lizards. How about a steaming pot of lizard soup to ward off a winter chill? Dried lizards are said to have health promotion effects and add flavor to broth soups. They are popular in many parts of Asia. Just like alligators, small lizards are said to taste like a slightly moist version of chicken. Lizards are considered to many as pets, but would be a bummer if you had one as a pet and you are watching. Many parts of West Africa have grown rather fond of lizard eating, and by extension, it is considered a delicacy. The most common continent where lizard eating is common is in Asia, where all sorts of reptiles are consumed. Number 4. Monkeys. In Sierra Leone, the Central African Republic, Liberia, and in many other sections of West or Sub-Saharan Africa, people go through civil crises, famine, or other calamities. War times and poor crop growing conditions have left them neither with much access to food nor with much money to buy it. In Africa, they seem to enjoy the meat from monkeys because it has a soft and juicy feel in their mouth. More African countries that eat monkeys include Cameroon, the Republic of Congo, and South Sudan. Different ways of preparing it include boiled, fried, and grilled, especially at outdoor festivals. People of Congo in particular view this meat as an essential food item, and many of the people who live in Africa only make about $1 as of 2017. Number 3. Pigs. Pork meat is very common in many countries in Africa. It is a delicacy to many people and is enjoyed in large quantities. It is normal in many countries for you to find a pig slaughterhouse that thrives on selling and eating pork, not only eating in Africa, but in the wider population of the world. Many children and adults, mostly in places like the United States of America, would have pigs as house pets and treat these animals much like they would treat a cat or dog. Countries in Africa that eat pork meat include Mozambique, Malawi, Cameroon, Nigeria, South Africa, and Angola. Number 2. Dogs. You wouldn't imagine that animals that are very common pets, if not the most common in the world, would be eaten by most people. Dog meat is a top-notch meal in many countries and is well known, not even like it is illegal or anything like that. The thought of it would break you maybe because of the fact that you have a dog at home that you'd never heard or even think of having as a meal. Countries in Africa that consume dog meat include Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda, and Namibia. In the north of Ghana, the Frafra and Dagba ethnic groups are the two most popular tribes that consume dog meat. The tribe even has tribal games where the winner of a game gets the head of the dog as a trophy. The presence of a dog market gives credence to the buzz around delicacy. Number 1. Cats. Number 1 on our list, we have cats. As you may already know, dogs and cats are by far the most common household pet in the world, and yet it is consumed as a meal in countries in Africa. Yet small and thin, you wouldn't even imagine how much of these felines it would take for a full meal and all. Some people serve cat meat as a regular food, whereas others have only consumed cat meat during desperation, during wartime, or poverty. There is a country in particular in Africa called Cameroon that has a special ceremony that features cat eating that is thought to bring good luck. The consumption of cats by people of Volta region is common amongst Ghanaians, such that sometimes people make bad jokes about how cats are scarce in some parts of Ghana. Well, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Every culture in the world has their lifestyles, some of which allow them to consume animals that are considered to many as pets. Well, if you have traveled to Africa for a vacation or for work, I'm pretty sure you would have noticed that many restaurants serve animals you may have considered as a pet and would have not expected or imagined that it could be the case. Please leave your comments in the comment section and tell us and other people watching about your experience. In order not to miss out on any of our upcoming videos, be sure to hit the bell button so as to receive updates on when we post a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.